Hi and welcome to the 5-Minute Business Boost, where you get to choose your 5-minute investment. I'm your host, Sam Hicks, and I'll be discussing topics under the headings of business development, marketing, photography, and much more. Today on the podcast, I'm joined by Lars Klint. Lars is a principal developer advocate at Atlassian. I hope I've spelt that right or said it right. He's an author, a trainer, a Microsoft Azure MVP, community leader, aspiring YouTube creator. If you love tech, you have to check out his YouTube channel, and a part-time classic car collector. He's heavily involved in the space of cloud computing services, especially the Atlassian ecosystem. Now, this is the group that creates software tools that help teams collaborate, manage work, and deliver software more effectively. Hope you're listening up because you will be tested. Their products are used for project tracking and management like Jira, team collaboration and knowledge sharing like Confluence, and software development and DevOps. Lars is also involved with Azure, that's Microsoft Azure, and that is the cloud computing platform which offers management, access and development of applications and services to individuals, companies and governments throughout its global infrastructure. He's also a published author, a solution architect and writer for numerous publications. He's been part of the software development community for the last 20 years and co-organises the DDD Melbourne Community Conference. The DDD, just in case you were wondering, originally stood for Developer, but now it's just known as DDD. DDD Melbourne is an inclusive not-for-profit conference for the Melbourne software community, and Lars also, because, we don't want him getting bored, organises developer events with Microsoft. He's spoken at over 100 technical events around the world. He's constantly on a plane and is an expert in Australian Outback Internet. He lives on a farm in country Victoria, Australia, and yes, as he tells everybody, there are llamas. Now, when I asked him for one wild fact, his response was, I am not Batman, definitely not. So buckle up, buttercups, this will be a hoot. So welcome to the podcast, Lars. Let's first chat about this new tech book and what you've just written, because the big thing is it makes no money, but it might be great PR. So tell me about this book and why, Lars? Why? When you don't have any time, you decided to write a book.
You just had to rub it in, didn't you?
Come on, tell us about the book.
Thanks for having me on your podcast and straight up with the insults now. I did write it. I'm showing it to Sam here, but obviously it's a podcast, right? Yeah. So I have a physical book. And to be honest, that was the reason I wrote it, was so that I could hold the book in my hand and go, I wrote this damn thing.
Oh, my God. How many pages, Lars?
350-ish or something like that.
Oh, crap. Not for the faint-hearted. Not for the faint-hearted at all.
It got cut down a lot from my initial idea. I know.
There wasn't a volume, was there? Volume 1, Volume 2?
No, well, but it's, my approach is always like I start being like the idiot and then we scale back.
Yep.
I wanted to write a book that I would want to read because tech books are incredibly boring in general.
Oh, they are.
Right? Often it's something that you're told to read. Often it's something that you have to read because you want to learn a thing. Yeah. And I thought there must be a better way. So I still have the structure of a normal tech book, so you can still follow along. It's not like I've made a choose your own adventure kind of thing, although that would be fun. I did that as a presentation once. So the audience voted on which way to go. Anyway, that's a different story. Yeah. And I thought, well, I'll write a book as if I was talking to someone. So it's more of a conversational tone, which is what the publisher wanted anyway. And I put in, I have made up these companies like Alpaca My Bags, which does hair care products for alpacas. And I have Banning Books because the publisher is called Manning. So I made Banning Books, which is underground illegal banned tech literature. So, things like that, just to kind of keep it interesting. And and that was fine, to start with. So there's two parts to writing a book, or two sides of it. There is hey, I have a great idea. I'd love to write a book. I think I can do a good job of it. Here's my proposal. Here's the outline. Here's what I'm, wanting to do. And then the other side of it is now you bloody well have to do it. And that is the really, really hard part, obviously. But
how long did it take? Can I ask?
Yeah. I know you're going to rub it in as well. It took me 4.5 years.
Wow.
And I don't quit ever.
No.
That's probably one of my many faults, but I just don't quit, right? I thought it several times that the publisher was going to go, dude, come on, let's get someone else to write the rest of it or something like that. They never did. They were always incredibly supportive. They were more like, okay, so we're not really getting output. How can we help? Like, how can we make this a fun thing to do for you? How can we make you excited about it again? So it was always really positive. And if it wasn't for 2 or 3 key people, I would never ever have finished it. So I guess the moral is you can't do this on your own. Well, I can't. So it was a long project. I like shiny things. I constantly got sidetracked, which I'm sure we'll get to. But I persevered.
Yeah, good on you, though.
Yeah, and that's what the reward is. It's not money. It's not fame. It's I completed this. I did the damn thing. It's a physical thing I can hold in my hand and say, I wrote this, right? So it's very rewarding. I would never, ever do it again.
Oh, come on. Is there not a part 2 in there?
No, it's one of those experiences that I can't replicate. I don't need to. I've written short stories before, tech books, ebooks, those sort of things. And I thought this would be the crown on it, but I'm not interested in doing it again. I have a friend that made a living out of it, has written 45 tech books or something.
Whoa.
I'm not interested going down that path. My brain is not big enough. So but it's been good. And now it's for sale. And I think at least 2 people's bought it. So, there is that.
That's good. I'm going to buy one, but I want my copy signed. I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a bloody book princess. Every book that I've ever bought off anybody I've known, I always ask for it to be signed. So
it'd be
that's
arranged
cool.
at short notice.
Throw it in the letterbox as you drive past.
Yeah.
So listeners might be really interested to know how you work on a side business when you work full time, because you are a little multifaceted. Isn't that a nice way to say that you do so much? So the book obviously was a bit of a side hustle, wasn't it?
Obviously, it took 4.5 years.
That's right, in around all your other commitments.
Yeah, it wasn't the main income.
How do you find time to work on a side business? And what is your side business, Lars?
My side business, well, I do YouTube stuff mostly now.
Yeah.
I also do online courses for a training company in the US called Pluralsight. I write a few. I don't write that much anymore. I used to write a fair bit. But I like community is my thing. I like giving back or talking to the community and enabling people. That's really that's my day job as well. And so my side, how do you get time for a side business? It's got to be something you really want to do, obviously. It's so a good example I've sort of thought of is I am a Microsoft MVP, which means Microsoft Most Valued Professional. So in the Microsoft world, if you do a lot for community, you spend a lot of your free time, you talk about Microsoft's products for better or worse. It's not a marketing thing at all. It's also giving feedback. It's, but giving some time and effort and dedication, they award you with the MVP award. So it's not a monetary thing. You're not working for Microsoft. It's not a job, anything like that. But to your question, I've had people ask, how do I become an MVP? And I'm always said, that's not the right question. That's the wrong question, because it's like, why do you want to become an MVP, right? And it's always been the same thing. I started YouTube. It wasn't because I wanted to do YouTube. It was I need a creative outlet because my job at the time was quite restrictive in what I could film. Let me try and create videos where I'm in charge and I do silly things and camera angles that don't work and stuff like that. It has to be something that you would do anyway. If you had the time for it, right? I think that's the main motivator. And then if it's something that you absolutely love to do, like YouTube for me, there will be some sort of monetary reward down the track. Sometimes it comes quicker, sometimes slower, but it cannot be the main thing. They're the main motivation, in my opinion, because if all you think about is money, then you make silly choices. 100%.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. Getting back to the MVP, you get an award every year. What year are we coming up to? Or what year? What are we? 10, 12?
12, I think.
Years? 12?
I'm going to have to look now. Sorry.
I was going to say,
the award
you've
is
got
right
awards.
there behind me.
Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, it must be 12. So this is like...
That's a long time.
It is. And that's, again, to the point that if I didn't like it, I wouldn't keep doing it. Because you can absolutely get the MVP award in a year and you're all out. You got to do it again, though.
Yeah, that's
again,
right. That's
and
right.
again. So it's just, I've never expect to be renewed. I always just do what I think I like or what I enjoy for the community, Melbourne community in this case.
Yeah, and it comes back to you tenfold, doesn't it, really? In the learnings and the connections and the people.
Networking is everything.
Yeah, networking is everything. So how do you get started? Well, I suppose the question really needs to be, how did you get started so that you could lead on to running a small business, Lars?
Yeah.
How did you start that?
So my start was, well, let's take YouTube as an example. That's probably the best. Yep. I don't really consider it a side business, but I guess it kind of is.
Well, it kind of is, yeah.
Yeah. So I had certain goals, I guess, and I don't do anything half. That's why I don't take up new hobbies, because I get engrossed in it, and I as we'll talk about with Lego, I'm sure. So with the YouTube, I'm like, okay, I'm going to record, publish a video every 2 weeks, no matter what. And that was my, I'm going to do it properly or not. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do it. So that was the only kind of guidance I had, was that I bloody well get this video out, right? And then because you have that cadence, and I enjoyed almost every one of the videos, right? You put this sort of pressure on yourself in a good way. Pressure can be good and bad, but in this, I think it's a good way. That, no, this is important. I'm going to make this happen. No, I'm not going to watch that movie. I'm not going to spend 10 hours watching this Netflix series or whatever it might be, right? I'm going to focus on this particular outcome because it's important. And then I did that for 2.5 years, I think, give or take, where every 2 weeks, new video, no matter what. If I was away for work for 2 weeks, I would have 2 videos ready so I could publish. So there was no excuse. And then because I'm mad, I went, maybe I can do this every week. So the last 2 years, I've done a video every week.
Wow.
Some weeks I've done 2, some weeks I've done 3. And what it does is that it signals consciously, subconsciously, both to yourself and your audience that, hey, this guy's serious. There's going to continue to be value in following this or consuming it or subscribing or however else, that you get an audience for what you do. So the main thing is have that carrot or that little thing that you stick to, and then the consistency. That's how I got started. If you do because I've mentored lots and lots of people, and I often get this sort of, I want to try and do that. I'm like, no, you've already lost.
Yeah, so
like you've already given up.
Try. No, you have to commit.
Yeah, as soon as you say try, you're like, but I tried. You've already given yourself an out, right? So I never did that. I never said no. There's like, no, it's 2 weeks, every 2 weeks, no, every week, no excuse. And it sometimes you don't meet that, right? I released a video yesterday, but before that, it was like 2.5 weeks before, because things happens and whatnot. But it certainly wasn't because. Yeah, and it's in this case, it was actually companies that got in the way. Because you get to a point now with YouTube, for example, but this will be any other business, where you start getting momentum, you start getting an audience that follow you, whatever that might look like, and then you start getting companies noticing this. So for YouTube, it's 1 million emails from companies going, hey, we got a thing. Would you like to, review it or have it on your channel? And, to be honest, I say no to 90% of it, because you get all sorts of rubbish. Yeah. I do a channel on networking equipment and home automation, and I get like air fryers and humidifiers and smart toilet. I did get a smart toilet. someone asked me if I wanted to do. So you get all sorts, right?
I can just imagine you on the smart toilet out in the paddock going, look at the llamas.
But there was exactly the conversation I had with a friend who was like, yeah, it sort of fits the channel. It's sort of automated smart home type thing. But what is the video?
Yeah, that's right.
Like, no one wants to see that.
No.
So anyway, so there was some fun things that come out of it. But it does mean that you have this constant stream of interest.
Yes.
And it's funny because YouTube loves you when you love them. Yes. So when you continue to publish and you reply to comments, etc., they will keep rewarding you. As soon as you stop that, they will stop rewarding you as well. So it is a bit of a treadmill.
Momentum. Yeah, it is a bit of a momentum, isn't it? So you've got over 200 plus videos. I must say I'm a subscriber. I've been there since the early hundreds. And you've had 3 million plus views. Do you ever think that YouTube is oversaturated and it's a hell of a lot of work for not much? I know you're talking about the consistency and you're really gaining momentum now, but do you often think, oh, God, what am I doing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, obviously. Yeah. You have to question your choices at times because otherwise how do you redirect your goals and where you want to go? Is YouTube oversaturated? No, not really. I do get this question because people are, I'd love to do YouTube. And I go, okay, so why don't you? But there's already someone doing what I want to do. And it's just like, it's just the worst excuse because then we'll never see anything new. And yes, there's a lot. There's millions of channels. Absolutely. But that means there's something for you. And that means that if you create videos and you do it in earnest, with good intentions and you tell a good story, there is an audience for you. Like my dad assembles wooden ships. That's his hobby, right? So he builds wooden ships as models. There's a guy that goes through all of those models that he gets in minute detail on how to assemble it and where the little things are and whatnot, right? I think it's great. I think it's amazing. There's an audience for that. So no, I don't think it's saturated. I think people feel like it's saturated. And then the other part of it is if you do want to do it in earnest, do your research. I know that to get to 100,000 subscribers, I need to do about 500 to 600 videos. That's the average.
That's a huge commitment.
It is. And people think, I watched this one YouTuber. He's been on for 3 years. He's got 2.5 million subscribers, right? Yeah, there are people like that, but there are such a tiny percentage. And if you want to aspire to being that, you're going to kill yourself. Yeah. I'm pretty sure most of those didn't expect it either. So they've hit something that, appeals to a lot of people, whatever it might be. Do you and adjust. That's the best way to do it.
Yeah. All righty. So, as you know, or you may not know, the majority of my listeners are small business owners. Yep. How can YouTube help small businesses, Lars? Because, you are right in the thick of this. How can it help us small Aussie business owners?
It's such a good question in so many ways. Okay, give me. So I'm going to throw it back to you. Give me an example of a small business. What do they do?
They promote themselves. They might sell a service or a product.
No. As in specifically, what do they sell? What's their thing? Do you just make it up?
Okay. What, like llamas and Lego? I don't know. Let's pick on what's a hard hit sector at the moment. Hospitality is a really hard one. Can you wrangle that one?
Absolutely. So say you're running a cafe and you got, 10 employees or something, right? Small business.
Yep.
And you can see your audience or your what's the right word? The number of guests you get, the number of paying visitors is declining, for example, right?
Yep.
Now YouTube's not going to turn that around tomorrow. Nothing is, right? As you know, you work in marketing. I work in marketing to a certain extent. It's the long game. You have to really, focus on what you want the end goal to be. And something like YouTube, well, you start putting it out there, hey, I'm going to create, say, a cooking channel. And here's what we serve in the cafe. And we're trying out this new thing and behind the scenes. And you start getting an audience on there. And that will actually bring people in. And of course, you've got to promote it. You've got to tell your customers, hey, we've got a YouTube channel. But it'll spread. And you'll get people from that will never, ever visit your cafe. Absolutely. But it still means that your audience is growing. And that will, I have no doubt that will bring in more people. It'll probably take a year or 2 years or something. It'll be a long, long while. But doing something like that and actually putting eyes on what you do can make a huge difference. And it depends on your personality. If you like doing like jokey things, well, you might go, hey, we had a customer come in and you can reenact it. Or maybe you do like weird recipes that someone came up with, you try and taste it and it's crap, whatever it might be. But something that is in the style of what your brand is, that is in your personality, I have no doubt. But is it a lot of work? Oh, yeah. Like videos take a long time to do. Well, that's not true. Videos can take a long time to do. Unfortunately, I think I want to say we have something called Shorts and Instagram Reels and all that. And they do work. I don't think they convert, though. That's my opinion. I don't think it gives you some eyes on it. But people that watch those videos, it's doom scrolling. Like we've all done it. You just go, oh, that was funny. Next one. It doesn't
Whereas
actually
YouTube videos are a little bit more commitment-wise, aren't they? Because you've got to sit there for a few minutes.
Yeah. And I don't expect anyone ever to watch my whole YouTube video. That's not the point. They'll skip through the bits they want or whatever. But it does mean that people choose to watch it rather than it being served to them. And I think that's a big difference. But I could be wrong. That's just my sort of...
I know when I meet with businesses, we always talk about repurposing and so forth. And any video, particularly once it gets over a length, you can actually repurpose it across social media. But I think you're right. I think YouTube brings a certain level of commitment. I was listening to somebody the other day talk about some or a lot of people, I don't even know what the stat was, but a lot of people actually listen to YouTube rather than watch it. So they might be driving, they might be walking, but they'll put something on and they'll actually listen to it. And if they think, oh, jeepers, that was really good, I'm going to go back and actually watch that, they'll actually save it and so forth. Really interesting discussion about that. And so hospitality owners.
You'd be surprised,
have a crack. Yeah, no, go for it, Lars.
You'd be surprised how much interest there is in long-form video. Because we all consume the 30-second reels and 1 minute, whatever, and we think that's where it is. But there's a YouTuber I follow called Matt Armstrong who has been particularly successful. And one of the things he's done, he does car builds. He'll take 12 parts of a car build that he's done. He's repaired a broken car, and he puts it into one video. And it's 4.5 hours, 5 hours long.
Whoa.
It's very long, and he gets millions of views on those videos. Are we talking 16 million, 20 million views? Wow. Millions and millions. Because people, because I looked into this, I'm like, why? Who does this? Turns out there was, for example, a dad with 3 little girls, like under 6. It was something he could have on in the background while taking care of his kids, making them dinner, whatever it might be, the chores that he had to do. It was something that could be on instead of watching whatever on the TV. He was learning a thing. Yep. And it didn't matter if you missed 10 minutes because it was slow.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised the audience there is for the actual slow videos. I do slow videos.
Yeah, they're long.
Yeah, I do.
Such a line there.
I don't quick cut it. I hate it.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I think for me, the videos that I've watched of yours and others, you're right. You do weigh up whether or not you've got the time to listen to it or whether or not it is going to be on in the background. And I just love the fact that person that you've referenced is sort of making those slow ones. I think my favourite ones of yours, Lars, especially when you're trying to install tech or you're trying something new and it stuffs up or you make a mistake, and it's very authentic, it's very genuine, and the people that are obviously watching sort of get that. We've been fascinated with the best robot lawnmower because like you, we've got a bit of land and it's like, oh my God, if we did this, how would it cope with the boxer dogs? How would it cope chasing calves and all those things? So people will find subjects and topics that they're interested in and then, potentially follow people that resonate with them. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. All righty, Lars, we haven't really delved right into the book, but it is on for sale. What's going to be your next thing? And I know you're a passionate adult who loves Lego. Let's talk about Lego for a couple of minutes. What Lego projects have you got on the Lego table in the Lego room? Because I know you've got a Lego room. What projects are on the table at the moment?
Right now we are building, so I say we because it's me and my son. We build a lot of Lego. It's the Nissan Skyline GTI.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It has a special feature where you flick a little switch and it does skids because these things come down the back and whatever.
No. So are we halfway through that, quarter of the way? Or
about halfway.
About halfway.
Yeah, it's Technic Lego, which means there's always something that goes wrong. So there's a gearbox thing, I think. I'm not sure. I got to figure out why it's not working that it's supposed to. But I like that part of it.
Yeah. And does the mini-me love the Lego and the bonding time? Because you must bond really well with mini-me once you're building all that Lego.
I've been doing it forever since he was like 2. And it's, I mean, to me, I grew up with Lego. I cannot see a downside to it apart from you have to not eat sometime to afford it. Because... but I don't buy full price Lego. I've never have. It's then it's mad. No, it's the engineering part of it, the quality of it, the imagination, the time, the social aspect of it, because a lot of these sets you can build together. So one built one part, one built another part. The play time with them, because we still play with them all the time, have races and whatever else we do. I cannot see a downside to it. It is so engaging. And you can have small sets, you can have enormous sets, like it's whatever you do. And there's something for everybody. There's flowers, there's pirates, there's cars, there's historic things, there's TV shows, there's buildings, like whatever you want. It's all there.
It's endless, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's timeless, really, in a way.
It is.
Most people you talk to have either interacted or built Lego as kids, and they're adults now. I've got a friend of a friend who still has all the original Lego sets, even though the kids have grown up and moved away, and they're all in boxes in storage. And I'm like, well, why don't you sell them or rebuild them? Oh, no.
No, that's right.
But they're holding on to precious memories.
The Lego I had in the 80s still works. It still fits the new bricks that come out today. It's still all the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same, but it all works together. There's so many more new pieces. But yeah.
It does. No Lego features on your YouTube videos?
There is. I did a tour of my Lego room a few years ago. I might need to actually. I'm probably recording in the Lego room today. I'm putting new lights in it. Yeah. That I got sent by a company, and I did a speed build of the Millennium Falcon type thing.
Oh wow!
That was one of my very, very early videos, like number 4. Oh God,
I have to go back and check that out. That's pretty cool.
And I do wear a fantastic jumper on it. Just saying.
You are known for your T-shirts. What are we wearing today, can I ask? What's on the T-shirt today? Commodore 64. Oh, my Commodore God. 64. Memories.
Commodore 64.
Commodore.
Yeah.
What did I say? Commander.
Yeah, that's right.
Commodore 64. That's an oldie.
Oh, yeah. I had one. That was my first computer.
Oh, my God.
I bought it for my paper route money.
See? Young entrepreneur. So
no, that was just a job.
So apart from the llamas, the Legos, talking all over the world, the YouTube channel, what is next? What do you got on the bucket list or the new 2026 goal thing? You've mentioned rockets. I don't even want to ask, but what's next?
Did I really write rockets? Anyway, I like rockets.
Did you like rockets? I've got a friend's son who builds rockets and travels all over the world with these rocket competitions, and I often think, oh, my God, how cool would that be? So what's with the rockets?
So, no, I'm not going to do rockets. I like reading about space and rockets, and I think it's one of man's greatest achievements is that we are able to leave this, rock that we're on. But no, I want to, what's the right word? I want to double down on what I'm doing. I got a new job 6 months ago. I want to really, make sure that because it's in the community as well. Yeah. I really enjoy that. It's fantastic for an Australian company. I really want to make more out of YouTube. now that the damn book is done. No, it's YouTube is just to me, it's just a medium I gravitate to all the time. And I keep saying YouTube. There are other video platforms, but none of them have the reach or the features that YouTube does. And I'm starting to get sponsors on the videos. People actually paying money to have their product in a 2 or 3 minute thing in the middle of the video.
Oh wow, that's
which was
awesome.
a goal for a long time. And then again, to small business that keep making it a bit more. The recurring income though from ads is what makes YouTube worth it.
Yes. The
when you're at the small level. If you're a big YouTuber, I'm sure sponsor deals is a big thing, but mine is one video at a time kind of thing.
And I see you've got a membership aspect now of your YouTube. Can I ask you a couple of questions without notice on that? When and why? How did that? Was that just a natural development, or did you think, I can do this now, I'm going to do it?
Well, considering this is a small business podcast, there is a small business element to it because recurring income, like I said, is what makes things possible. Otherwise, you've got to chase every dollar. And I have 13 members, I think now. It's not a lot from 33,000 subscribers, right? So, but my thought process was, hey, if I can get people to pay $3 a month, or whatever it is, some pay more. And I can provide an extra bit of content. So for my members, I do a lot of, here's the project I'm working on. Here's what's coming up next. Like a lot of sort of behind the scenes stuff. Here's what I've screwed up, things that they wouldn't normally necessarily see on the main channel.
Don't do what Lars did. Do this instead. Yeah. Valuable.
Things like that. And I thought, well, if I can provide value for that and people are happy to support the channel in that way, because a lot of people would like to support. I do that same thing is that, well, I pay for YouTube because I want to support the creators that I watch.
Yes. Yeah.
And it was just sort of a natural progression. It's really difficult because people don't part with their money easily, as you shouldn't. But there are definitely people that see value in it, and it keeps growing. I get another 2 or 3 every month or something. Yeah. But I'd probably need to reevaluate what I'm providing and what I'm promising. Because as always, you don't want to overpromise, underdeliver, right? So,
that's right.
But the membership is a thing that that YouTube offers, probably in response to Patreon, I would imagine, because a lot of YouTubers would be on Patreon as well. Yeah, and it kind of works. I got a merchandise sort of store on there as well. I designed a few things, which you almost don't sell any of, but I do have a mug. See? Isn't that lovely?
Oh, I'm very impressed with that mug, Lars.
Yeah, I designed that. It's called Spit Happens.
I love it. And how much are you selling those mugs for? You can do a little plug.
I don't know because it's all it's all third party. I don't have stock. I don't have thousands of dollars to order mugs, right? Yeah. So it's all done through
print on demand. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I think they're like $20 or something.
Oh, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it. I thought it was good.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I got it on a hoodie as well, so
Oh my God, gotta love a bit of merch.
Yeah.
Not branded merch though. You need to come up with, a bit of a Lars Klint
but again,
logo
just like my book, I create stuff that I would buy. And I like things that are like, I mean, you can't see it on the podcast, but it's basically a silhouette of a llama spitting, right? Yeah. And I like things like that don't necessarily needs to be explained. Yeah. So, the same with, it says Commodore 64. If you don't know what Commodore 64 is, it doesn't matter. If you know what it is, you go, hey, right, I know. And I enjoy those things. I don't want to always spell it out. So I don't put my logo on everything because I think it's more fun without it. I might not sell as many, but whatever.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people out there that don't like branded stuff or branded items. So
I never understood that.
Again,
I just paid $120 for a jumper, and you want me to wear your logo on it? No, I want my logo on that.
It's interesting you say that because the cherubs in this house, one loves branded stuff and the other one doesn't, and he just likes plain stuff. And if it's got a brand or a logo on it, he's like, I don't work for that company. No.
That's right. That's right. And I look at people that are incredibly successful and they never wear brands. So that's sort of an aspiration, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's a marketing insight. All righty. So thanks for coming on the podcast today, Lars. I've learned quite a bit about YouTube and all those things. If people want to grab a copy of your book, how do they do that? I mean, we'll put links in the footnotes and stuff. So how do they grab a copy of your book, Lars?
The two easiest way is go to manning.com, MANNING, manning.com, search for my name or search for Microsoft Azure, or go to Amazon, search for my name, and it'll usually come up there.
Yep, awesome. And if they've decided that they actually want to work with you, either on YouTube or in other avenues, how do they find out how they can reach out to you, Lars? Where do we want to send them?
Find me on social media, basically. I'm Lars Klint on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hard to find.
So I think it's LinkedIn, YouTube, and are you on X?
Yep, Blue Sky, Mastodon, Facebook.
You're on everything.
Instagram. Actually, I'm L Klint on Instagram. That's the only one I couldn't get my full name. Yeah, I use them all. I get lots of emails from people on YouTube because my email address is on my YouTube profile.
Yes. Yep.
And just people asking, hey, I'm doing this. I saw your video. If you have time, would you mind answering whatever? And I usually reply to people. Yeah. There's a few I haven't just because of time issues, but in general, I'll reply to people. I reply to all comments on YouTube as well.
I've noticed that. How do you go when you've got hundreds of comments on one video, Lars? That must take you a considerable amount of time.
It does. But it's the reason I do it. I build a community. I want to interact with people. I want people to ask questions. I want people to feel they get value out of it. It's just part of what I want to do. And I understand, I was going for 50,000 subscribers this year. I probably won't get there because I'm a bit short, but it was a goal. And I'm aware that I get to a point where I can't. Yeah. But then it's where, if you're a member, I'll definitely reply to your comment, right? Kind of thing. So,
because I see some of the numbers on some of your videos, 147,000 views, and I'm like, oh God, I can just imagine the hundreds of comments that would have generated. And then if you're replying to every single one in between all your other commitments, work and guest speaking and all those things. And we didn't even touch on the DD conferences. Before we log off, can you give me I don't know. I didn't even know what it was, but now I know that it's an inclusive non-profit conference for Melbourne software community. Why do you do that, Lars? That's a big job.
Again, it's part of what So I have this privilege of being a middle-aged white dude in tech, right? I can't change that. That's who I am. That's where I am. But what I can do is I can help others lift them up and pay it forward, right? So it's part of it. I've been doing this since 2010, apart from a few years where something happened where we couldn't be together anyway. And it's growing. Now I am sort of stepping away from it now because there's other people that are awesome at it that want to do it more than I do. But it's just a community event for the Melbourne developer community. So software development in particular, but also sort of adjacent things, project managers, designers, stuff. We have all sorts. And to plug it, the really cool thing is that anyone can submit a talk. The talks are voted on by the community. So we don't set the agenda, the community does. It's always on a Saturday, so no excuse.
Everybody can go. Yep.
And it's as cheap as we can possibly make it. It's $89 this year, I think, or next year.
Which is quite reasonable for a conference.
And that includes full day of food, swag, everything. So we rely on sponsors, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But we got to almost 1,000 people in 2019.
Wow.
And last year, after we sort of had to build it up again, was 600, I think it was. So it's a Melbourne Town Hall. It's in February, and it's just a fantastic day. It's great for networking. If you're if you're a student in particular, go and talk to all the companies that are exhibiting. Talk to all the people that have been in the industry for a while. Make some new connections. That's what it's all about. And of course,
I think that gets down to that networking, which is so valuable. I think that's all I've got. I'm just having a look through my notes. Is there anything else you want to mention before I close it down and we both get on with our days today? Anything else you want to mention?
Do stuff you love.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's not a job if you love it.
No, No, and you can make money out of anything.
Yeah.
But do stuff you love.
Yeah, exactly right. I think that's the quote of the podcast. Well done, Lars. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed it.
My pleasure.
Learned a lot. It's been good to get some insights from you. But, thanks a lot, Lars.
No, thanks for having me.
Good one.
Thanks for listening to the 5-Minute Business Boost. For more information, follow me on socials, sign up for my newsie, or check out my website to see how we can work together to reach your small business goals. Remember, anything is possible, especially in the northeast of Victoria. Until next time, cheerio.